The next section is going to be testimonial. So we want some words from people. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some of these testimonials from our website. So we have a testimonial from Kahan right here. And I like this to be pretty big. And so I'm going to take this H3 over here. Again, keeping everything clean, making sure they're all in their own groups so that way it doesn't get too messy. You want to keep your PSDs clean so when you hand this over to a developer, they're happy with you. All right, so this testimonial section, I don't want it to just be words. I think I want to put an image there. So I'm going to pull Kahan's image and we'll show it here at the top. Probably in a little circle like this. And then I'll just paste it in and do a mask. There you go. Now we have his face. And I'll go ahead and merge those layers. And I mean, I could just keep it like that as a quote. I do want to make it obvious that there's more, that this will be kind of like a slider. And so I could put an icon up here. Okay, so I'm liking how this testimonial section is coming out. We have our testimonial, we have our featured image, and we have his name and where he's from. And then we also have our arrows indicating that this is going to be some sort of a slider section. And so now I'm going to grab all these elements, group them together, and call this testimonial. So I'm starting to feel good about this. We have our hero section, we have some separation between the menu, we have our products, which are looking a lot more clean, we have our satisfaction guarantee tying us into the social proof, which is our testimonial section. I want to add another cool little design element. Sometimes I'll have Illustrator open just as like a working file to make some icons like on the fly. And so I think I'm going to make a little icon or something interesting for that testimonial section. So I like this, it's starting to come together, and it's almost like, you know, this gray quotation mark abstract type shape is connecting to this gray area up here, and then we go to the white background, and then we end off with the same kind of thing over here. I'm gonna actually make these bigger. There you go. I think that feels pretty cool. Maybe we'll end like that. There you go. It's like this prelim section, right? That, or not prelim, but like intermediary section between the products and the next area, which is gonna be the white paper. Okay, so on my wireframe, I ran out of room on the whiteboard, and so I put an arrow here showing that this is just a continuation, and so this next area is gonna be a lead magnet. So the purpose of this landing page, we're obviously trying to sell courses, but we recognize some people aren't gonna buy courses, they're just gonna consume free content. And so we have this webinar up here, we have our products, and then we also have a white paper that we're giving away. So it's a free giveaway. So it's like value, product, value for free. So it's like a sandwich. And so this free area right here is gonna be a white paper. I think we'll have this be that section. Okay, so for that, I need to make a little mock-up, a graphic for the first call script. One resource that I go to sometimes is Creative Market. So I'm looking here in my Creative Market library to see if I have anything already. So you have like books and all these cool little design elements, some fonts and icons, and Creative Market's really cool. I could buy a new one, which is like gonna be a paper mock-up. Could be like letterhead or something like that. Like boom, this would be perfect. Maybe. No, that's a poster. A white, the first call script, I want it to be like obvious that it's only a couple pages long. Let me go, before I buy something, I'm gonna go to graphic graphicburger.com. I'm not necessarily sure how Graphic Burger makes money. I know they do sell some stuff, but for the most part, it's a bunch of free elements. And so I'm gonna go here to paper mockup. This seems pretty perfect. Now, one of the things that I notice about my section is that I have this gray, I wanna kind of maintain this gray background area if possible, without cutting off because I like how these quotation mark elements are tying that in. So I'm gonna look at this and see if this allows me to have a transparent background. Oh, I already had this thing. So this mockup allows me to get rid of the background. And so what I could do is go back over here to my landing page, see how big my, so 721, that's not quite big enough. I think this needs to be 800. And this is gonna be a pretty simple area. So I wanna have the graphic of the white paper that we're giving away. And so I'm gonna turn this into a smart object, open that up, grab some of the stuff from this mockup. I'm going to clear the background, grab all this stuff, see if this works, pull it over here into my background. Boom, it's gigantic. So I need to resize this thing, and this will be kind of like hanging out here, boom, in our background, like this. So I've already used this before, you could tell, because it says, the rules of discovery. So we have our first call script, and over here, going back to our wireframe, I basically just wanted a simple lead capture. And so I'm not gonna mess around with the words right now. I do need to make sure that I have a header and some body. And so I'll take this H2 and body section, and I'll call this group lead magnet. Boom. And so I'll put right here, what do I want to say about this? First call script. Easy, how about that? And then I'll put some text right there. And then I'm gonna go to my libraries and drop in sort of lead capture, simple. Doesn't need to be anything spectacular because again, we're not developing this. This is just a general design. There you go. That looks good. Very clean, right? First call script, I'll have a little bit of information about how the first call is the most important part. It's more important than proposals. Doesn't need to be anything spectacular. The next section is gonna be some more free content, YouTube playlists, so, and then connection to YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, so just some social links. One of the things that I like to do is kind of a cheat is I go to fontawesome.com/cheat sheet. You can download their fonts, and Font Awesome integrates a lot with WordPress, which is what we use to develop sites. And so when I go here, I could go to like brands, for example, search for a Facebook icon, right? And I like this one. I just copy the icon and put it right here. And I just paste it in here, and then I select the Font Awesome font, and then voila, I have my Facebook icon. I can do the same thing, just copy that over, or in fact I don't even need to copy it over. What I'll do is here, I'll just go to Instagram. It's just a quick way of doing this. And then the other one is our YouTube. These are the three that we're trying to promote. So I'm progressing pretty far through this. I'm gonna stop right here. I think this is a good place to stop. If you want to take a preview of what this looks like, you can always save this as a JPEG. And when you actually save this as a flattened image, one of the cool parts about this is you can go over here to where you saved it. and you can actually throw it into a browser, right? And if you like turn this into full screen and then you zoom into like 100%, it shows you pretty much like how it's gonna look like as an actual page, and you could kind of scroll through it. It doesn't give you obviously the animations and stuff like that, but you can see what your page is gonna look like as you're scrolling through it.